Hey, I'm Hama Woods. Have to look at it. I am Hama Woods. I'm from Oslo in Norway, and I'm here in Monaco for the UPAINT. I wanted to go out in the world really quick. I was always like trying to find escape routes from my parents, so they had to like watch me all the time. You want to do everything by yourself, even like getting dressed when I was a baby almost. I need to explore things, some energy that had to come out and like see new stuff. When I was younger, I used to dance, breaking, and in that culture I met a lot of different people, like playing with the music, the DJs and the graffiti people. So I think that's made I started to look on that side. And actually it was Martin Watson, who is also here, who showed me, because I saw some of his work and I'm like, you need to show me how it's done. And yeah, that's how it started. So he was the first taught me how to do the cutting of the stencils.
An interesting thing is when you see all the other people around, they all do brush or like more finer like brush but both you and I from Norway, we do stencils, and I think it's quite interesting how the Nordic countries do stencils more, and yeah.
I mean, I always try to put goals for myself, like we talked about before, putting like goals for maybe 3 months or half a year or a year.
Yeah.
And I can feel that when I set up the goals, it's so much easier to
work towards them or against them. Yeah.
So, but I'm really happy about how I'm living right now. But of course, you need to evolve and you need to be happy about your own artwork.
Maybe sometimes having no plan is the best plan. I don't know.
Almost every project comes with some difficulties, smaller or bigger. Usually you can solve them, it's just about an amount of time. Not stressed when I paint. I really enjoy it and listen to music and like come into my own work. But sometimes before I start, I can be stressed because I'm always like too late. So I know that I always have so many projects and so many things that I have to like finish up with sketches and stuff. So the stress is always before I get started, and when I'm in it, I'm enjoying it. You never learn like the time you actually use
because you're optimistic, that's why.
A what?
You're optimistic.
Yeah.
Like, I need just a 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And
yeah. And it's really weird because I lived so many years, but you still think the same way.
The same problem.
It's impossible to change it.
And assessing the time required to paint anything, it's just like, yeah, it'll be a minute, it's an easy one. No.
Yeah, it's really weird. Watch and learn. For me, I really enjoy when I have murals that have a history before I get there. That it's worn down and they have like structure, or like it gives some depth to the motif, that the wall has some details in it. So if there is a like new primed white wall, it can be yeah, that's harder. Depending on the shape of the wall, I make my motifs. So I have been using a lot of like pulley system and ropes, and that works really well with, you know, you can use them no matter how the wall is shaped. But yeah, I'm usually inspired by the shape of the wall, actually. Yeah.
So what are you painting? What are you doing?
I'm painting. I work with stencils.
Okay.
So like more or less endangered animals, and yeah, and also some patterns in colors and stuff. Just trying to like set the background first. But I was thinking about canvas because of the environmental part of it.
True.
And I could do it with the stencils. I could do it because it wouldn't have like a different look anyway.
Yeah.
But
then we should be using like water-based acrylic paint as well, as in like spray paint. Yeah, I know.
I do stencil works, so from start to end, you have an idea and you work with a sketch, and then it's usually like photo based, so you have to work on, at least I work with the Photoshop first, and then I cut the stencils by hand. So that's like another part 2 of the work, and it's really like meditating, and you don't have to think so much at the cutting part, so good music or good podcasts. And then I usually cut 6 layers of stencils, and then you apply it on the wall or the canvas, like dark and then lighter and lighter, and then you get this kind of 3D effect. So I've been working with the pattern and like the specific colors that I use, so people can see that it's my work, even if the stencils can look the same as other people. Yeah, okay. So this is the stencils for this one that I used. So this is like a polyester sheet, and I just use a scalpel and cut. First layer. So the first layer are applied on. So you cover the whole thing in black. Then you have layer number 2, which is a little bit lighter, like a dark gray. And then the sheet is covering the black layer, so everything except the black layer would be dark gray. So this is the 6 layers of stencils. I think my inspiration for painting came while I was a child, and I always watched wildlife documentaries, and also now I'm still really focused on endangered animals, and I like to read and learn more about it. My motives is of 2 pandas. The scientists think that it's less than 10,000 red pandas left in the world. And I also use search for patterns in the nature, and you have like it's endless patterns to find. And also try to make my own signature in my work. I try to use like the same motives that I really like, and also try to put like a good color match in it to separate my stencil work from other artists.
Le grand défi d'aujourd'hui, c'est la préservation de la biodiversité. La lutte pour la sauvegarde des espèces menacées d'extinction nécessite une meilleure compréhension des écosystèmes.
Yeah, I think Prince Albert Foundation is really important today, and it fits me and my work really well. I think for me it's more interesting about the species that are decreasing and like sad stories. I want to learn more about them. I think almost all of us are aware and want to do changes, but it's really hard to do it and believe that you can make a change by yourself. So I think that the politicians has to be really brave and demanding a much harder lifestyle for all of us in order to manage to reach the goals.